Greetings, this is Heart of the Moon. This is another video in a series called How a Provocative Mission Changed to a Gentle Nudge or a Reminder. Abandoning belief systems would indicate something was about to change. And later on, my thoughts were confirmed. Like I noticed, news reports were different, people were asserting their opinion more, and overall, I got the feeling the news was abandoned for hyperbole. And in the past, it's believed mass media had affected the opinion of others in the form of propaganda. So that was a red flag. However, a wider bubble of subject matter that gave a balanced view could make a better informed public. Then one night in 2015, I had a dream. I had an X amount of time to do whatever I had to do. But I didn't know what I had to do, but at least I had an idea. So I made an art piece called Monument to Humanity. It's a statement of the times, which is turning over one for a substitute. The new project kept me busy and focused, but then I thought either I was going to run with the crowd or do something else, like I was becoming a part of the piece. But I did my research and found out the entire Western governments were under the globalist sway of influence. Now that was a reversal of Western ideals for a substitute. Roll soundbite. Eventually, I woke up to the fact that the United States 2016 election, the unexpected results, would help change a reality. I completely updated myself on the current politics and world events. The unexpected election result was a Republican win who had a nationalist doctrine that acknowledged identity. As a result, would be a blockage for a globalist agenda. However, politics can change by election. In December 2017, I started to wake up to a different version of myself, like someone who was also reversing their ideas. I considered how world events stacked up to what was written. I looked at a developing situation in the Middle East around Syria, and a Native American prophecy got my attention. It's known as the Black Snake Prophecy, which is an idea based on a dream from a man known as Black Elk of the Lakota. The vision was a black snake crossing a mighty river. If that happened, it would be a sign the world was about to end, but if prevented, a new age of peace and cooperation. The concept could be generally thought of as the black snake symbolizes oil, and our desire for it shapes our philosophy, which spirals out of control, putting humanity on a self-destructive path. Put differently, materialism goes out of balance, which puts humanity on a way of devastation. Heart of the Moon believes we could also regard it, not in a literal sense, rather the symbolism of the snake crossing the river could mean simply bridging something, like crossing cultural boundaries, because pipelines go across rivers all the time. Put differently, a waterway that divides two different cultures. I'd like to invite you to consider the following historical information. During World War II, Germany's strategic plan expanded their energy corridor because the captured oil fields in Eastern Europe were not enough to sustain their war economy. Just consider Case Blue to capture the oil fields in Russia. That issue should bubble up to the surface again. That is, if the globalists wanted to prop up their hegemony, it made sense anyway. That's probably one reason there's a big push for renewable energy. to reduce the dependency for oil from outside sources. This strategic issue for Europe has actually been all over the news lately. More developments in the area of Syria convinced me that a lot of energy had been invested in creating a political platform to manifest a globalist agenda. Like was mentioned, in 2018, most or all of the West were under globalist influence, except one, the USA. But strangely enough, that administration was about to do what the globalists wanted, which was, I believed, would have brought Syria under the control of the West as another step to make a corridor into the Middle East. And then, how would the average Christian feel if they had to submit the following report? Then, on the half moon of April 2018, in my own way, I communicated to the universe that I had woken up. For the first time in my life, I spoke to Spirit in a down-to-earth way, like there was someone on the other side of the table, as if I had broken a two-way mirror between myself and the spiritual universe. Any pretense was gone. There was a new question for myself. Spirit is another word for energy. So, how did energy work? And who am I? Did my life have any similarities between Taurus energy, my sun sign? I got excited. I needed this change. But then later I thought, what the freak? I'm not ready for this. And right around the time I got cold feet, I had a dream. In my dream, I was in a community. There was a strong feeling of panic everywhere. Sirens were going off, so I ran into my house. But before I could think, the roof of my house tore off and I got pulled up into the vortex. Okay, I am ready. Very shortly, on the half moon, June 20th, in the same year, I told the universe I was all in. So I got ready for anything. I signed up as one half of the sacred pair of Revelation 11. However, strangely enough, and it did feel strange to me, I came face to face with the contradiction I mentioned in a previous video. I came face to face with the mythical creature, the Wagotstigo. In order to carry out the mission in front of me, I had to abandon my own beliefs. So I did. Like something out of an Oscar Wilde book, like a reflection, I was becoming part of my own piece, because I reversed my belief system. But was it mine or someone else's? The entire world was crumbling down. The entire world was crumbling down. Okay. Be that as it may, right from the start, I considered Earth was on a different timeline. Then I considered how the written word compared to world events, such as I considered verse 2 from Revelation 11, and they will tread the holy city underfoot for 42 months. In other words, some kind of corridor was needed to accomplish goals. I noticed steps had been taken, however I believed there were missing pieces from the platform mentioned previously. Given the invitation to watch, that's how I interpreted the signs. Next, the universe had created something worth checking out. Thank you for that. Which were the signs in the sky.